great. I'm not entirely certain how to say this, but for the past couple of weeks, I've been having a lot of fun online in a game called Ark Around Reborn. It's an MMO. It's a really big thing. I've got a guild up there called 12 Plus I. It's been a really fun game so far. I met this girl on the game named Mai, and I really like her a lot. And I think I'm gonna ask her out in this video because I think she does watch my videos actually. Hey Mai, will you please talk to me in person at some point so we can meet up together? That'd be really great actually. But all right, that part's over. All right, so funny story. I'm not entirely certain which funny story to say. Do I say the rabbit box story or the badger box story? I think we'll go with the rabbit box story actually. Let's see. About 12 years ago, somewhere in Oregon, in America, there was a guy who owned a lot of rabbits. He had like 100 of them actually all around his house actually, and no cages. They all lived free in his house, and they all lived in his house. And every morning he would get up and grab the vegetables, the leftover vegetables, because he did run a vegetable stand. He ran a vegetable stand in Ohio. Sorry, not Ohio, Oregon. A vegetable stand in Oregon, part of the farmers market actually. And the farmers market during the summer was every morning from 6 o'clock a.m. to about 9 o'clock a.m. And when he was done with those vegetables, he'd bring them home and feed them to the rabbits. The bad ones. He'd feed the bad ones to the rabbits, actually. One day, he noticed that several of his rabbits were missing, several of his favorite rabbits. He checked all over the store, all over his house. He checked all over the farmer's market. He checked everywhere for his rabbits, everywhere. He checked for his rabbits. He again and again over the course of the next couple of days. Every day he'd wake up and find some of his rabbits were missing. Eventually he came to the conclusion that they must have been hiding in the cellar because he did have the root cellar. He was a farmer. He liked farming on his property. He had a root cellar. He went down to the root cellar and he opened up the door to the root cellar and saw that all the rabbits were there. He thought they were all there, but when he went down, he noticed they were just stuffed animals because his daughter played down there a lot. They were all stuffed animals. They all looked like rabbits. So the guy, his name was Chris. He picked up all the stuffed animals, and then realized that they weren't stuffed animals. They were dead rabbits. They were all dead. And he's like, wait, my daughter never plays down there anyways. He lifts up a small cardboard box, and underneath the cardboard box is like over 100 rabbit babies. Most of them are dead, but a couple of them are alive. He takes the alive rabbit babies and puts them in that box, and he lets them grow up in the box until they're about old enough to live on their own inside the house. And for the next 2 years, actually, he breeds rabbits inside that little rabbit box. Well, one day, his daughter, he did have a daughter. She was like 10, I think, at that time. And one day, his daughter goes up to the box and looks inside the box and falls into the box, actually. And for the next day, because he's not really paying attention to her at that point, he's doing his job. He's away at work, and it's summer vacation, and so his daughter's just a 10-year-old. I mean, he's okay. He's okay with leaving her, I suppose. And so what she does is she just lays in the box the whole day, talking to the rabbits and stuff. And about 3 hours after she falls in, the dad comes in, and Chris comes in. He says, "How long you been there, girl?" And she says, "All my life. These rabbits, they're my best friends now." And Chris tells his daughter, "Wait, they're your best friends?" And she says, "Yeah, I've been talking to them the whole time." And he thinks about it and says, maybe she really can't talk to rabbits. So he sits her down right in front of a rabbit, and the rabbit whipples at his nose, and the daughter says, "The rabbit says he's hungry for a carrot." And Chris takes a carrot off the counter because he's a farmer's market, he's a farmer's stuff, and he hands the carrot to the rabbit, and the rabbit says, "Thank you, I really needed lunch." That's the end of the story. The rabbit actually did say that. I believe that's a true story somehow or another. I don't know how that worked. Yeah, that was the whole story. If you're still listening, Mai, that's great. Also, I think CPI watches my videos too. Not entirely certain. Gotta be kind of awkward, but I did ask her to marry me up there. Sort of an endgame marriage sort of thing at this point. But yeah, so I want to hear your response, Mai. What do you think? Yeah, that's it.